What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here, and today I'm going to show you guys a game called Don't Starve. It is an independent developed game on Steam at the moment. I believe it's also on sale, 20% off for $12, and if you buy it, you get 2 copies. One of my subscribers, IllusiveLions, bought it for me. You can see the link to his YouTube channel in the description below. And I thought it was really cool. He decided to send me the key. And, you know, some of these indie games aren't always cool. Some of them kind of suck. But this one, I'm really liking. So, the way it starts off is basically the whole point of the game is you got to survive. When you start off, you get the gentleman scientist. And he grows a really big beard over time, which, as far as I can tell, has absolutely no use. I stayed alive. I think the first 3 times I played it, I didn't stay alive for very long. And then the last time I just played, I kicked ass, took names, and stayed alive for 12 days, which was a long time. So, anyways, as you can see, there's a bunch of other characters. I think 4 more that I haven't unlocked. So, the firestarter, I don't know what the difference is, but she can start fires in the dark, which I thought everybody could do, but apparently not. And she's immune to fire damage. Now, the game is interesting. It's kind of like Minecraft on survival, except you don't have a focus on building things. Your focus is on surviving. And it's really nasty, because it starts off pretty easy, and then as the time goes on, things get more dark, monsters start showing up, and it gets really, really twisted. I have no idea who this guy is. But, aww. She's got pigtails. Anyways, we just run around basically and you gather supplies. Now, just like Minecraft, you have to gear up and get different equipment and different things. So right off the bat, we've basically got to get rocking and rolling and get as fast as we can to at least be able to get a bonfire. Now, to get a bonfire, we've got to find enough wood or some flint so that we can make a pickaxe. Let me show you guys the tools right here. Here we go. There's some flint. Hopefully that will be enough. There we go. Now we've got our little pickaxe, which also doubles as a weapon, which is awesome, might add. Let's go chop this tree down. Now, the worlds are randomly generated. I believe you can create your world and then play it multiple times so you kind of get a feel for where everything is. Or you can reload the game each time you play so you get a completely different experience. Like, you know, maybe you didn't like the last world and you want to start over or try again. And there's quite a few things that you can do. You can make traps and such so that you can trap small animals. You can obviously kill animals for food. You can grow farms and such. And when you first start off, it's pretty hard, just like Minecraft kind of is. But over time, it gets easier and easier, sort of, at least on the food gathering setup. Now, let me show you guys one of the little tricks that I learned. Food. Okay, see this little hole right here? This is a rabbit hole. That's the rabbit. And when you get close to him, he's going to run to the hole. But if you come from the opposite side, he tries to run towards this hole, which is basically right into your axe. And you get some nice free food. The other thing you want to watch out is when these birds land, if you run over by them, they will fly away. And you don't have to wait for very long. Just as soon as they hit the ground, basically, they'll fly away, and as soon as they fly away, then you're good to go. Oh, got it. When they fly away, they have a chance like that of dropping seeds. Seeds are what you need to grow plants and such. And unlike Minecraft, when you plant seeds, they're kind of randomized. It can be pumpkins, it can be corn, it can be just about anything. So the goal, ooh, there he is. We gotta go all the way around to the other side of his little hole. That's right, and bam! Now, the nice thing about this method of killing the rabbits is you don't have to build a cage, which makes it a lot easier. And because with the cage, you have to not only build the cage, but then you also have to have carrots to bait the cages. Otherwise, the rabbits won't get lured in. So just coming up from the opposite angle makes it easy. Pretty simple, easy kill, and you're good to go. Now, things you're going to notice in the upper right-hand corner, you've got your day-night cycle. I don't quite understand how the day-night cycle works yet, because for me, it just always seems to be the same. I believe this little hand here rotates, and that kind of gives you an idea. I know that there's also a moon cycle, So as the days go on, the moon gets fuller and fuller, and eventually you have a full moon. And I believe that's when monsters are more nasty, but I'm not entirely sure about that. That's just kind of the working idea that I'm going with. Okay, so now we've gotten some decent stuff. We're going to go ahead and build a backpack, which opens up a secondary area over here. You can see we've also got access to the trap, which I'm not going to build because it wastes resources. And for the most part, you can catch rabbits just fine by coming in from the opposite angle. That's something they may change later on, possibly. I would think it's a little OP because the whole point of having the traps is having to use them, whereas if you don't have to use them, seems kind of counterproductive to me, but hey, I'm not complaining. It saves me carrots. Now, all food can be cooked, and oh, bees, bees, bees. Wait, what the hell? Where'd the bee go? Oh, there he is. Now, this is probably stupid. Oh, God. Oh, God! Angry bee, angry bee. Oh, that's a lot of bees. A lot of bees. A lot of bees, a lot of bees, a lot of bees. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that got me some honey and some stingers. I don't know what stingers are good for, but we'll go ahead and loot them. That's the other thing. You want to be careful attacking mobs. Mobs have a tendency to be pack-oriented. So you attack one. Oh, crap. This is nighttime. You want to get fire up immediately. Now, there's two stages of nighttime. There's normal, and then there's dark. And if you don't have everything going by the time the darkness rolls around, then bad things happen. That seems to be when all the monsters come out, and it gets really, really nasty. Now, when you've got your the fire is small and boring. When you've got the fire going, you're going to notice there's different levels of fire. Apparently she likes the big flames. You can use a variety of different things to make the fire burn as well. If you put manure on there, it will flare up really good. And you don't have to put wood on it. Obviously, wood is the main resource, so as long as you've got wood, you can easily chop it and set it up. Now let me show you guys, after I chop this last tree down, how to make our food get cooked. Now, food is also, as far as I know, the only way to heal. I believe there are other ways, possibly once you get a little bit higher up in the tech tree, but I don't know them. Now you can see that the fire, or it's gotten darker. This, I believe, is when it's quote-unquote actual night, and that's when things get a little scary. If you wander around out there, you can actually get taken out by monsters. All right, so we've got our uncooked morsels, which are basically the rabbits we viciously murdered. Ooh, it looks like our fire is getting small. There we go. You want to keep the fire going, because that's about the only thing that keeps the monsters off of you. There we go. Now you can see over here I've got 40 food, 33, what is that? Hearts. And there we go. So now I've got 56 and 36. It's a very slow healing process. So you want to make sure that you pick your battles accordingly and don't fight unless you have to. Specifically, you'll find, I guess, I don't know what they're called, but they're these giant, kind of like a woolly bison looking things or something like that. Don't fight those. They are pack animals, and you will pull everything on the plane after you. I learned that the hard way. I was like, oh, let's get some steak. That'll be awesome. You know, walk over, chop one up, and then like 35 of them came after me. And they will chase you forever. Now, you also want to be careful going off into the darkness here, because as soon as you get off into the darkness, stuff starts going crazy. And I don't really want to show you because I don't want to get killed. But something is out there that will come after you. So you want to really not get too far out into the darkness. Now, you can also make torches, which are over here, and that gives you a portable light source. The problem with it, though, again, is there's monsters out there, and monsters are afraid of fire to an extent, but after a certain point in time, they're like, you know what, screw it, we're just going to come kill you. So you really don't want to play with the monsters too much, because they're bad. They're very angry. And that is pretty much the day-night cycle. It's a little bit shorter than Minecraft's day-night cycle. So, you know, you're not going to be sitting there for 10 minutes or so in the dark. The other cool thing is you can transplant a lot of these things. So, like right over here, we've got this bush that we've chopped up. Well, we've already pulled the berries off the bush, so the bush isn't going to really grow again unless we fertilize it. And I believe you can only fertilize it if you transplant it. So we are going to be looking for an area that's got pasture animals so that we can set up our farm there. The reason we want pastures is because that seems to be where the manure comes from. Obviously, you know, you've got the big dumb animals running around and they do their business. And obviously once their business has been done, you can scoop it up and use that for fertilizer and other things. Alright, shit. I can't quite target him because he's behind the damn tree. Oh well, there's some seeds. We want those. There he is! Alright, silly rabbit. BAM! Give me that food. And you can dig up their little caves and they will run away. But again, it doesn't really work that well because they're way faster than you. So you can't, I mean, you can chase them, and if you can chase them into a wall, they will run into the wall panicked, and then you can kill them. But, again, it doesn't seem to be the best way to go about doing it. Just, you know, there's plenty of them running around most times, and you just find them and kill them that way. There's my axe. We need to get a little bit more firewood for tonight. Now, there is a tech tree just like anything else. The main block seems to be you need gold. Gold is how you build your first quote-unquote science machine, and that's kind of rough because it requires you to mine, and gold apparently is a rare drop from stone. And I'm trying to find some stone so I can show you guys. The other nice thing is tab shows you the map, and you can kind of see what resources are available. Okay, so here we go. We've got a rock there. So we're going to head back over there and see if maybe we'll get really, really lucky for my YouTube video for stone to drop. Or not stone, gold. Now, like I was telling you, we've got, like here, this is a farm plot. Whoops. The farm plot requires manure, and then you plant seeds in it, and the seeds randomize. So, you know, you could be planting corn, you could be planting anything, and you don't really get to find out until you finish. Okay, let's go ahead and stop by over here. And where's our... Do we have the shovel equipped now? No. There we go. Oh, we're getting really lucky with seeds. But there's a ton of different characters, and all the characters have their own bonuses and benefits. I'm sure there's a reason for each one of them. There we go. It looks like it would burn really well. Oh, I've never seen this before. That looks really interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can't get to our stone before nightfall. Hopefully we can. I'm going to come at this rabbit from behind. Ah, missed him. And you can see the spiders up here. That means in that area there's going to be baddies. So you don't really want to camp up there if you can help it. There we go. And food seems to kind of come based on movement and how much you work. The harder you work and the more you do stuff, the faster your food's going to go down. Alright, so we mined this. We're going to get some stone, which is nice. These are what's used to make the upgraded fire pits, which I can show you right here. The fire pit right there. It requires a lot of stone, so you kind of got to get quite a bit of the stuff. Oh, there we go. There's some more stone right over here. But the nice thing about the fire pit as opposed to the campfire is it's permanent. So once you've got one set up, you can pretty much light a fire at any point in time and do pretty well with it. Oh, damn it. Wait, where is this guy's home? Way down there. Alright, so we got some berry bushes over here we're going to go ahead and loot. There's our shovel. There it is. And the main reason I'm looting these is because once we do find a nice area to set up, we're going to want them. Food takes forever to grow in this game. We're talking like 2 or 3 days to grow. So it's definitely something you want to have quite a bit of. So if, you know, you've got farms, you want a ton. Oh, wait, we missed the berries. How did we miss the berries? So you want to have a ton of farms rolling. You want to have a ton of berry bushes going if you can. All of that will increase your chances of survival. And as you can see, you burn through food pretty fast. I'm going to head back up here and loot all of these flints. Flint is pretty critical. That's how you make your... Ah, crap. I'll have to make our campfire here for the night. Oh well, better than nothing. And we've got plenty of stuff. Now these saplings are just like the other things. You need the sticks to make certain items and whatnot. If you dig them up, you can replant them later wherever you prefer to set up and set your base up or whatnot. And then you can obviously harvest them as they'll chain grow over and over and over again. But this is pretty much kind of the first look at Don't Starve. I enjoy it. I've been playing it probably for the last 2 hours and getting a heck of a kick out of it. I'm almost as hooked on it as I am Minecraft and stuff. I don't know how in-depth the game is. I do know there is an experience bar which seems to affect your access to the other characters. But I don't know how deep the trees go because it is still in beta. So obviously there's going to be stuff that's not completely working or new features that will be added later on in the game, etc., etc. But it does seem to have a fairly active development cycle. I know if you look in the game before you launch it, it says that there's another update coming in 2 days. So kind of interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is this something you guys would like to see more of? Do you enjoy watching this game, hearing me rambling on while I viciously murder bunny rabbits and chop trees to try and survive? Let me know in the comments section below. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, click the like button, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.